Welcome to the Great Basin Fire Potential Briefing for Tuesday, September 23rd. We will have no significant fire potential impacts across the Great Basin over the next couple of days with warmer and drier weather. We will have some showers and thunderstorms returning from the south as we move into Thursday. Over the last 24 hours, we have had some light showers across parts of Utah, eastern Idaho, and western Wyoming, although most areas have seen less than 1/10 of an inch. There were some scattered thunderstorms associated with these showers. Yesterday, we saw light initial attack across the Great Basin with just smaller fires reported from Idaho down into Utah and eastern Nevada. Over the last 7 to 14 days, we continued to see precipitation mainly over the northern half of the region. Some areas have been near to just above normal for the 2-week period, but for the most part, we are seeing much drier conditions in southern areas. Our ERCs, with the recent moisture and cooler temperatures that move through the region, have all dropped to generally below the 50th percentile, with the exception of a couple of spots in southern Utah. These ERCs will be trending downward today, but will gradually trend upward until we see the next round of moisture starting on Thursday. The satellite loop from this morning shows 2 systems impacting the area, one that's exiting the region, which is the area of low pressure over Colorado, with still some wraparound clouds and light showers over northeast Utah today. Also some breezy northeast winds. Otherwise, the next area of low pressure off the southern California coast will slowly move eastward towards the region and push moisture into southern areas by Thursday. So for today, we are looking for drier conditions in most areas with the exception of far northeast Utah and generally gradually warming temperatures. Significant fire potential will remain low across the region, but we do have some drier spots in parts of northwest Nevada and southwest Idaho. In these areas, we'll see relative humidity drop into the single digits to low teens today. However, winds will be light across most of the western half of the Great Basin and just breezy over parts of Utah before this area of low pressure exits the region. Otherwise, relative humidity will remain higher over far eastern portions of the Great Basin. Today, temperatures will be above normal over parts of western Nevada and return closer to normal for Idaho and still remain cool over the eastern side of the Great Basin until that low pushes further east. The only chance of showers, again, are over northeast Utah with drier conditions region-wide. For Wednesday, this area of low pressure off the southern California coast pushes ever so slightly to the east. It may push some cloud cover or buildups into the Sierra on Wednesday afternoon with possibly some light showers or thunderstorms, but for the most part, still another dry day across the Great Basin with low fire potential. Winds will remain light with the exception of starting to increase some southeast winds in parts of the Sierra and western Nevada in advance of this area of low pressure. But relative humidity stays very low yet again on Wednesday, especially over the western half of the Great Basin. Temperatures will continue to climb and we will see above normal temperatures across parts of western Idaho into Nevada and still temperatures closer to normal over parts of eastern areas of the Great Basin, although they will warm some from what we'll be seeing today. And on Wednesday, you can see mostly dry conditions for the Great Basin, but we could see some isolated showers or thunderstorms push into the Sierra south of Lake Tahoe. On Thursday, this area of low pressure pushes far enough east that it will begin to impact much of the southern half of Nevada. So we are expecting increasing moisture and showers, along with some thunderstorms with this area of low pressure. Otherwise, significant fire potential remains low. You can see on the winds, generally light winds with the exception of some gusty outflow winds as that moisture moves into the southern half of the Great Basin and we see a return of thunderstorms. Relative humidity will be on the upward swing, especially over western and southern Nevada starting on Thursday, where we will see many areas remain above 20%, but we'll even see some improvements further east. And you can see the best chances for precipitation will be anywhere from the central Sierra east across the southern half of Nevada and also into southwest and southern Utah and the Arizona Strip. Temperatures will continue to warm and we'll see most areas near to just above normal. The 3-day amount of precipitation, all of this obviously occurring on Thursday, we will see widespread light precipitation and then localized areas of wetting rains, with most likely the heaviest precipitation in the higher terrain of the Sierra. As we go through this week, this area of low pressure will continue to impact the region and just very slowly move off to the east. So we will see continued clouds in the area on Friday, especially over the southern half of the region with continued low fire potential, but drier conditions will persist across northern areas north of I-80. As we move into Saturday, this moisture will push a little bit further north, closer to the Idaho border. So we are expecting more clouds and showers and thunderstorms for much of Nevada and Utah, but still much of Idaho still remaining on the dry side, with the exception of maybe southeast Idaho. And then as we move into late in the weekend is when that moisture starts to push north, and we could see some of those showers impacting northern areas finally Sunday into the early part of next week. There is a tropical system down here off the southern coast of Baja, but right now it will not be impacting our region through the weekend. 7-day total precipitation. Most of the precipitation will be over the southern half of the region, but late in the 7-day period, we will start to see some of that moisture move north and also some showers up into Idaho. The 8 to 14-day outlook, taking us from September 30th through October 6th, shows continued above normal temperatures and the better chances for above normal precipitation in the Four Corners area, but also into parts of the Northwest. So we'll kind of get clipped on the west side and on the east side of the Great Basin with some drier conditions in parts of Nevada heading up into Idaho. That concludes our webcast for today. Check back tomorrow for the latest updates.